Hello students, good morning. I am your educator Dalsy and today we are going to start next lecture or next topic from the chapter first, that is diversity in living world. So what does diversity means? Diversity in English means it is the variability in the living world. So in when we discuss about the living organisms, then we will use the word biodiversity. This biodiversity actually is combination of two words. First is bio, that is derived from biological, and second is diversity. So biological diversity is the congested form of the word biological diversity, in which we deal the richness and abundance of various forms of life on the earth. As you know, you have observed a number of insects, birds, plants, animals, human beings, and other kinds of creature on the earth around you. All these constitutes to the biodiversity. Not only these, which are not observed with the naked eye, or the creatures which are very small in size or can be observed only under the microscope, are also considered as a part of biodiversity. And biodiversity means it comprises of two words. First is biodiversity richness and second is biodiversity abundance. Richness is the amount or the number of various kind of organism found on the earth, means how many species of different animals are found. And abundance means the number of organisms of each species present on that given area under conservation. So biodiversity is a measure to find the number and types of organisms on the earth. It is the measure of number and types of organisms present on the earth. Usually till date we have discovered or studied only about 1.7 and 1.8 million species on the earth. But about an estimate, there is assumed that there will be and there was and from present all the species diversity on earth is assumed to be 8.4 million. It means a vast data is yet remain to be discovered. As it is not easy to remember that diverse forms of life and then characterize and identify the new one from place to place. So to recognize different kind of organism, certain criteria are formed, and that branch of biology is known as taxonomy. Taxonomy is the branch in which we do the nomenclature, identification, and classification. These factors are nomenclature, identification, and finally the classification of the organism based on specific kind of characters. So what is meant by nomenclature? Nomenclature is the name given to the animal that is applicable for that throughout the world. Identification comprises of all those characters which are present or which are attached to that organism only, or means the characteristics that are characteristic to that one, that are significant characteristic of that. So usually the names of the animals are provided or they are decided on the basis of criteria and principles assigned by the two type of agencies. First is said to be the ICBN and second is said to be the ICZN. ICBN codes for International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, means it decides the nomenclature of the plants, and other is ICZN. It is the International Code of Zoological Nomenclature, means it specifies the name for the animals. So the animal taxonomist or zoological taxonomist, they evolved the ICZN, and the botanical taxonomist, they code for the International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, that is ICBN. So as we are today with 1.7 to 1.8 million species, and we have a vast data about these species. So the necessary point here is their names, how they are named. The names of the organisms which are given, it is said to be the biological nomenclature, and it was the scientist name as Carolus Linnaeus. The scientist was Carolus Linnaeus. He was the first who provided or who gives an idea about the binomial type of nomenclature. Bi means two, nomial means component. So the biological nomenclature it comprises of two components. First is said to be the generic name and second is said to be the epithet name, specific epithet. So the Carolus Linnaeus was the scientist who named the animals or the plants in his book Systemae Naturae for the first time. And he assigned some of the rules to name the organism under binomial nomenclature. He assigned that binomial nomenclature comprises of two components. First is said to be the generic name or the name of genus, and second is said to be the specific epithet or it represents the species name. So the rules for the binomial nomenclature are biological or the biological names, whether of plants or whether of animals, should be written or should be in Latin language or should be written in italics. The names are always derived from Latin language. As you know, Latin language is not in use today. So there is no expectance of a change in rules of pronunciation or meaning in the language Latin. So biologists prefer to use the Latin language for nomenclature. And the second rule is those names should be typed in italics. If you are not typing and you are writing the name in a handwritten form, so keep in mind, first write the generic name, second time wrote the specific name. First letter of the generic name should be capitalized and other should be small letter, while all the alphabets of the specific name should be small letter. Then underline both the generic name and the specific name separately. The example of this is the Mangifera indica. It represents the mango, and if you can observe, then the Mangifera and indica both are typed in italics and they are separated from each other with a kind of space. The first letter of the Mangifera M is capitalized while that of species I is small letter. So it is very important. You can also it was also referred the name of the discoverer, the person or the scientist who present the name of that discovery should be written at the last. It is represented as the Mangifera indica Linn, the first few words of the name of the scientist who proposed the name of that species. So next and most important characteristic is the classification, because it's necessary to classify organism because it is very tough to memorize the character of each and every organism. So first of all, we gather up the organism in the form of group to different taxonomic hierarchies or taxons. In taxonomic hierarchy, several taxons are present, that are kingdom, phylum or division, class, family, genus, species. In these kind of taxons, grouping of organism is held based on the similarity of characters observed. So classification is the process in which we group organism based on certain observable characters which make everyone helpful to memorize the character and to classify the new discovered animals as well. So these are said to be the taxons, and taxa is very important kind of category which represents each and every kind of organism. So all these, as I have said first, all these kind of characteristics are studied under the branch that is said to be the taxonomy. Taxonomy is the branch in which we provide nomenclature, identify organism, and then we do the classification of the animals belonging to different taxa. So that's all for today. Thank you.